Hey everyone, welcome back with Bino Mac once again. We're gonna do another Aki playthrough here. Last week we did April, starting off the Extreme Road Tour. This time we're doing the next month of May, as you can see here. And this is, if for whatever reason you can't tell, this is ECW House Party Mixtape, and this is made by GM Spectre. This is the SK Styles edition, in which we have a lot of bonus features from the WrestleMania Plus patch, the SK Styles, you know, the man and the Aki community and stuff like that, you know, that's behind, you know, a lot of things that are great, including the Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 English patch, if you're interested in that game. And, you know, I don't know where the hell I was going with that, I'm not gonna lie. I lost my train of thought. Out of the way, those two guys, you know, as you can see in the opening, you know, I guess you'd call opening credits of my videos, there's a lot of other people that are involved in the making of this mod, you know, with moves, hacks, and stuff like that, and other things that I don't know about. I had no part in this mod, I'm just playing it. And it's a ROM hack, I get it, yeah, mod, ROM hack. You're still modifying the code, so I'm still technically right, but yes, ROM hack because this can be played on real hardware. Either way, enough of my bitching with that stuff. It's a fantastic one, and a lot of people asked me to review this mod after my, you know, recent review of Project Outsider, and I got a few more requests than usual with that kind of stuff, and I don't know, usually I do the channel my way, but you know, whatever, I figured I'd, you know, tomorrow, if you're watching this on the day that this is released, which is Saturday, I do Aki Sunday, every single Sunday, you know, reviews, ROM hack reviews, comparisons, evolutions, all that sort of stuff. I'm doing the ECW House Party Mixtape review tomorrow, which is unusual because I usually save the reviews for the end of the month, but like I said, some people were asking for it, and you know, I figured, hey, maybe I might be able to get a review out before Stock Retro Gamer, you know. He's got some really great reviews, though. If you haven't checked his channel out with his Aki ROM hack reviews, you know, he's done WrestleMania, he's done WrestleMania 10, he's done WCW Saturday Night as well, and his really popular ones, I believe, are the No Mercy Plus reviews and stuff like that. I think he did the 0.5 beta, or the 2.1 beta of No Mercy Plus, and he's also recently done the version 3.1 open beta version of No Mercy Plus. And you know, it's simple, it's to the point, he's very good at what he does. But that said, unless if he had released it during this week, which, you know, would be kind of poor timing for me, but out of the way, good for him. But you know, I'm gonna be the first one to the ECW House Party Mixtape review, so yeah, take that, buddy. And I mentioned in the previous video too, I actually modify the rules for this. You know, I have a code down below for GameShark code. It also works for emulators, because that's what I'm playing this on, obviously, where I modify the rule sets and stuff like that for, you know, each of the matches. And yeah, I don't show what the rule sets are or whatever, but that's just because I like, you know, I'm very like OCD and stuff like that, so I like to try and make my transitions perfect, you know, and present it in the way that I want to. So if you're wondering, this match, I actually made it because we're facing Cactus Jack, and you know, his gimmick in ECW for a little while was, you know, trying to save the wrestlers from themselves and performing the extreme, you know, spots that all the ECW fans wanted, because the ECW fans, you know, they didn't give a damn about the wrestlers doing the spots. They just wanted to see the bloodshed and the hardcore, and you know, and Cactus seen a fan sign that said Kane Dewey, which at, you know, time was Cactus Jack, you know, Mick Foley's, I think, what was he, like 2 or 3 year old, maybe even 4-year-old son, I can't remember the exact age, but that's when Cactus Jack snapped, and you know, he decided to have regular technical matches, and you know, had lots of headlocks and stuff like that. It was a great gimmick. So for this match, any match we ever have with Cactus Jack, I don't know how many we're gonna have with him, but it's gonna be just, you know, normal generic rules and stuff like that, you know, no hardcore, you know, falls count anywhere, anything like that. So just thought it'd be a funny little tribute to his character. But after this, you know, we'll do some pretty hardcore matches. To his credit, you know, GM Spectre, he did turn off the count out in general in these matches, and I'm assuming, I don't know what his rationale was. I thought it was actually he turned on falls count anywhere for each match. Maybe that he thought he did, and he didn't. I thought I seen something like that. I probably just misinterpreted what he said when he mentioned they was going to, you know, make it no count out or whatever. But either way, you know, it's no disrespect to his, you know, work or anything like that. It's just, you know, I figure if I have the option to modify the rule sets with the game start code, you know, what's the big deal, you know? So no disrespect intended to his work, you know, I love it. This mod, not bad. This ROM hack, I'm trying not to say mod because it's a ROM hack, but, you know, fantastic work. I'll be honest, I'm not even an ECW fan. So, I mean, if that ruins the immersion for you guys, I'm sorry, but I'm just telling you the truth. I never watched ECW and stuff like that. You know, I watched more WWE ECW than I had the regular, you know, the original ECW and stuff like that. But I can still acknowledge there's lots of amazing wrestlers that made their name in here. I like the roster a lot in this mod. You know, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest RVD fan, but it is so awesome that I can now play as RVD for this playthrough and stuff like that, and have some really cool, awesome official looking moves, you know, his taunt, of course. And I mean, the attires in this mod are fantastic too. Lots of really great work, you know. But I'll stop kissing this guy's ass for about, you know, 5 minutes as we get on to our next match here. And I had to get some Sabu playtime in because, you know, most of all the other tag team matches, for the most part, I'm gonna make, you know, tornado tag matches because, you know, ECW, Chaos, all that sort of stuff. And I usually kind of take my time on this menu and, you know, let you guys see all the other match types, because that's the thing that I love about WrestleMania 2000 is that it's not just centered around you. There's the whole other season mode aspect kind of centered around other characters, and you can see title changes and stuff like that. That's why it kind of stinks. It's cool that Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 had it, and I think in Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, you know, even though they had the records mode, it was only matches that we see and we participate in, or I think at the very least we watch. But it would be really cool if they had like a records mode for, you know, Road to WrestleMania and Royal Road Succession, stuff like that. Because, I mean, that would just be awesome if, like, the game actually kept track of all the stats of all the characters and stuff like that. But who knows? Maybe someday we'll get it, maybe not. But, you know, a man can dream. We got our first three-way dance here. And yeah, unfortunately, sometimes we do get repeat wrestlers and stuff like that. So, you know, there is, like I said, check out my review tomorrow. You know, ECW House Party. Just because, you know, if you want to see the whole roster and stuff like that. And also, GM Spectre, he has his own YouTube channel. If you want to see, you know, he did a full roster, you know, reveal and stuff like that when this game came out. So if you want to see stuff like that, you know, links are all going to be down below in the description. So, you know, if you want the game start codes to modify the rule sets, if you want the download links to, you know, the Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 English patch, to this game, to, you know, any of the other ECW, or not ECW, but to any of the other GM Spectre mods. There's also even some No Mercy Plus stuff. There's also even, you know, someone who I think is kind of underrated in the space, Ragdos. You know, his stuff, that's all in like a link down below if you want to try any of this stuff out. Ooh, getting some double team moves in. The Hockey series, I always felt like it was really weird with like its match types, with a lot of like removing a lot of them for some reason. Like, it's cool that we have the three-way dance, or I guess triple threat in the original WrestleMania 2000. But I always wondered why they got rid of the handicap match, you know, in addition to that. And the thing that kind of bugs me the most is that World Tour and Virtual Pro Wrestling 64 had they both had elimination options for tag team matches and handicap matches, and they just stopped doing that as like a match modifier for some reason after those games. And I don't know, I never really understood why. It's really a damn shame, you know. It's just small things like that can add so much variety to you know, the match types. Let's see if I can get them. I was hoping Super Crazy would stay down for longer. Is this it? No. I don't know why I thought that may have been it. I barely damaged him this fight. But I think I do have a way to cheese it. That's a thing that you're gonna notice with me a lot in these hockey games. I'm a bit of a cheeser. Alright. Working out like I think. Let's try it. Alright. He didn't reverse it, so I think we got it. Oh yeah. So yeah, that right there may have been why. Once again, I don't know his rationale. Maybe, you know, I notice he watches my channel, you know, every once in a while, and he gives some pretty cool insight and, you know, stuff like that in the comments every once in a while, Mr. GM Spectre. I'm assuming this may have been a reason as to why he didn't have no DQ on, because, you know, I think it kind of allows you to cheese matches a little bit more with, you know, when you have all that surface area to work with, you know, going on the stage or going in a specific corner, you know, opposite of anybody that you had to wrestle, and like tag team matches or three-way dances or whatever to get, you know, a cheap win. But hey, I mean, I beat him into submission, you know. And for this next match here with Juventud Guerrera, I decided we would go with an old-fashioned first blood match. I still left the pin modifiers and stuff on as well, and, you know, falls count anywhere on there, but, you know, just in case, because I think it was last episode where I tried to do a first blood match with Rhino, and it just went on for like literally like 10 minutes of me just bashing his face over and 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 over again on the barricade, on the freaking turn post. So you know, I always try to make every match, you know, as fun as I can to watch and stuff like that, and not take too long and stuff. Probably not going to be able to avoid that later on in the playthrough, because I mean, WrestleMania 2000, whew, my God, this is probably one of the hardest hockey games in the whole series. Because I always say, you know, people say Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 and No Mercy are the hardest because of expert mode. Well, that's probably technically true if you put it at the highest difficulty. The thing with WrestleMania 2000 that's unlike some of the other games is they don't let you choose the difficulty for some reason in Road to WrestleMania. And I think, you know, as much fun as I love this game and stuff like that, and I can, you know, obviously I've beaten this game many times, so I can do it, but I think the issue is it just doesn't make any sense to me as to why, you know, they don't let you choose the difficulty for this. You know, I think that was something that nobody ever really talks about it, but I think that's something that probably had to have held, you know, a lot of people back from loving this game back in the day, in which, you know, for who knows why, you know, fucking Viscera and Midian are kicking your ass because their AI are programmed to be just a little bit better than what they should, and stuff like that. And, okay, that was actually, you know, went from 10 minutes to less than a minute first blood match. We're not going to do the first blood rule that often, but I figured, you know, for variety's sakes, I would put it in for this video. But yeah, I don't know. They let you do it in Virtual Pro Wrestling, choose your difficulty and stuff like that freely, just not for WrestleMania 2000. And No Mercy, it's almost worse because you can choose a difficulty for championship theoretically, I think, you know, especially for the first few paths, but then the game artificially once again kind of changes the difficulty, in which, you know, you're not allowed to, you're practically, you know, after a few runs in WWF Championship mode, you're practically playing on, like, I don't think it would be expert necessarily, but you're playing on a very hard difficulty. And that match that always sticks out to me in my mind specifically is the Rock path, where you win the Royal Rumble, then you win your match at WrestleMania 2000. Triple H comes out in the last chapter, calls you out to an Iron Man match, you know, to mimic their Judgment Day match or whatever, and that's a very difficult match. It actually, every time I played it, it's like pretty much down to like the last 2 minutes where, you know, I finally get one fall, and maybe if I'm lucky I'll get two. You know, he doesn't pin me, but either way it's like a very close match because he only got 10 minutes and stuff like that. And the AI is just so brutal, in which, you know, it is a battle, let me tell you that, just to get, you know, one singular pinfall in. And obviously if it's a draw, then you didn't win the match, and obviously you'd have to restart it and waste, you know, another 10 minutes essentially. I always think it's funny just the the synchronization these characters always have when it comes to their entrances and stuff like that. But alright, let's get this started. This is just a generic kind of match here. You know, no DQ, no rope break, stuff like that. But let me know down below in the comments if you played WrestleMania 2000 and stuff like that, and you know, you just couldn't win specific matches because they were just too hard. Because right now, when you start out, like, it's kind of deceptive. It's like super easy, this or that. And, you know, I've heard people say like, oh, you know, just get good at the game and stuff like that. Like the Aki games, it's good in a way, but it's also kind of tough. You know, it's simple to learn, difficult to master is a very good analogy that you hear all the time with the series, and that's because you know, I played this game for years, and I just, to this day, you know, I've tried learning, you know, the reversal stuff and whatnot. You know, I just can't do it consistently, especially, you know, with how the momentum works and how that changes, you know, how easy it is to reverse and stuff like that. And I think you know, other settings may have like a factor to play in that with your fighting style. But you know, it's a very difficult game to master, so, you know, it's not, there's a lot of people that are like really good at these games. They're like, yeah, these games are super easy once you learn how to play. Like, yeah, once you pretty much master the game to where it probably isn't very fun anymore, I'm sure like this game is a piece of cake or whatever. But for, I think, the majority of us players and stuff like that, you know, obviously we just want the opportunity to choose the level of difficulty that we want. But, you know, holler if you hear me down in the comments below and you agree with that. God damn it, I can't believe I missed that. It's always great. The Aki games are like the ones where, like, when you miss a move, you just feel like the biggest idiot in the world because of, you know, half the time it's just the computer happens to move out of the way of you. Yeah, we're not done here, Pony Boy. God damn, RVD, man, he never gets a weapon from the crowd. Yeah, this is such a sick RVD moveset too. I love all the kicks. I wish there was a way to have like the kicking combination. I think it's like Tajiri's super special in this game. I wish there was a way to, you know, honestly I would prefer if they kind of like, you know, minimize the damage on it and stuff like that. But it would be really cool if they had like kick combos as like regular moves and stuff like that. Yeah, I figured I'd just kind of kick Wu Mei's ass just for the sake of it. Alright, let's see if I can hit the top rope here. It's always risky. Alright, well, that's all she wrote for this match, folks. After this, it's just going to be kind of, you know, the results for the rest of the week, and then, you know, I'm going to show off, you know, the stats, you know, like my stats at this point in time, as well as, you know, who the champions are at the end of this month. Well, folks, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like this video as well as subscribe to me, Bean O Mac. Make sure to ring the notifications bell to stay updated. Next Saturday, I'll continue with this game in June. I'll keep going until Extreme Road Tour is finished. If interested in non-Aki wrestling game playthroughs, check them out every Wednesday. I'm currently playing WWF Attitude Career Mode with Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you want some more non-wrestling Let's Play content, check out my alternate channel, Bean O Max, for games like Smash Bros, GTA Vice City, SpongeBob the Movie Game, and Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Special Aki videos every Sunday, including reviews, ROM hack reviews, Aki game comparisons, which are, Aki titles compared to either games of similar reputation or similar time period, rankings, and evolution of the series. Above all else though, please remember to have a nice day.